Hi, hi, hi. Hi, guys, and welcome to Perfect Sake Marketing Adventures with Carmen. So I'm on my own today. I don't actually have a guest today, but I will have one on Wednesday. So make sure that you tune in then as well. The reason I don't have somebody today, I promised you with Perfect Sake Marketing that I would bring you the things that we were doing, the things that we were learning, things that have kind of made a difference that may speed up your journey as well in this thing called marketing. And the other day, I was actually giving a presentation to people here in Australia and in the US predominantly. And part of the presentation, it was about marketing strategy, which, is quite a broad spectrum. There's a lot of areas in it. But one of the things is, and I hear it so often with people, that it was, I don't have the time. So I don't have the time to do the marketing. I don't have the time to do my accounts. I don't have the time to do all the scheduling. I don't have the time to make the content. And it really reminded me of an exercise I had done quite some time ago about time. And it really, to say it kind of shook me to my boots was the understatement of the year. So I did it at this summit the other day, and you could feel the emotion of us come through the screen when people got a realization of just how much time, little or large, how much time they actually have left. So I thought I would bring it on to here to share with you in the hope that it will give you some realization as to what we choose to do, what we choose to focus on, where we choose to put our time. Because this thing called life, at the end of the day, there's no big trophy at the end of it, to not sound morbid. But I just wanted to share this with you and see if the impact kind of gets you where it got me. And what it did for me was escalate me. It actually made me go, oh my God. When you look at it like that, then of course things are going to change. So at the end, then I'll come back on. I'm going to share my screen with you and just show it to you because it's really something that I hope it will assist you as much as it has assisted me in seeing this in this way. So let me share my screen with you. And oops, of course it never goes exactly. So let me share that with you, trusting that you can see the little clock going crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm trying to make sure that I can see my PowerPoint at this side as well. Cool. So I don't have enough time to set up marketing strategy or put anything in there that is relevant for you. I don't have enough time for my health. I don't have enough time to build my financial future. I don't have enough time. So you can put anything in there that you want to. So this is what I wanted to talk about, time. Have a look at this. So I want you to, first of all, if you can, grab a pen and paper while you're watching this, because it's really effective to do this for yourself. I'm going to do it and you'll see what I'm going to do, but it's reflective of me. So I'd really love for you to do it yourself. So all you need to do is get a pen and paper and draw 11 lines across and 11 lines down, which should give you 100 squares. So 10 squares in each area. So I'll give you a moment to do that. And then we're going to start looking at a few different variables and see what it actually gives you an insight into. How does this help you or impact you? Because I say it was one of the biggest learnings I had and one of the biggest learnings in the people that I shared it with the other day. So much so, some of them reached out to me afterwards and went, oh my God. And it kind of, when you know what to focus on, when you start to get really clear on what it is you're doing, it's really easy to say no to the other stuff. So I trust that you have your pen and paper if you're watching this live, or if you're watching this later, you may be watching this on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and you press that notifications bell too. So what I want you to do is, if you've got your 100 squares there, I want you to work from the end up. So in average in Australia, there are always exceptions, but on average, men live for about 72 years and women for 82. There is averages, it changes, but we'll just, for the benefit of the exercises, we'll do that. So I want you to start at the very bottom and put an X for every year less than 100 you are. So obviously, if you're somebody in your 30s, this is going to be a lot less as we start moving there. So if you're man or woman, just change that. So I've left it here that there's 82 squares left here now. If you were a man, you might want to do another 10 and just leave on the screen what it is that in your lifetime on average. So it should be 72 squares or it could be 82. So I've gone to the 82. As I said, there's always exceptions to the rule. Then I want you to go to the very top of it. And we're going to start there. And this is the part I might speed up a little bit. So we're going to actually now mark how many years you have been on this earth. So you'll start with 1. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because mine takes a little while longer. So each one is 10. And I'm showing my age now. It was my birthday last week and I was 58. So the gray-haired granny is 58 years of age, and that's fine. So you can already see what's starting to come. So on average, 82 years, could be before, it could be after, but I've already been 58 years on this planet. Now, in those 58 years, let me tell you, I have created some humongous habits, beliefs. I have some well-formed habits that some of them were not my own. Some of them I have got by purely osmosis, that I have got them because of the environment I was in, or because of the family unit I was in, or because of the work environment I was in. I've also, in that timing up there, so let me just see if I can point to it for you. In this timing up here, I have also spent a lot of time making mistakes, humongous mistakes. And if I'm really honest, I think it was around here that I started my own business. And oh my God, these years have been ones that have taught me a lot of mistakes. I have stuffed up a lot. I have had some great success in areas as well. One thing I know is that I don't have as much time down here as I had up there to be making those mistakes anymore. So I started looking at it and went, okay, does that mean I have this many years left? And then I went, hang on a second, sleep. On average, we sleep for 25% of the time. So if I'm going to put in the sleep time as well, look what happens. Now, this really shocked me the other day because I hadn't done it for a while. And as you can see, I have approximately 17 years on average. Kind of scared the bejesus out of me, but it really made me think on the other side. It's like, well, if I've made all the mistakes up in that top section, and I only have a limited amount of space left, which we all do, what am I going to do with that time? Where am I actually going to put my energy to get the best result for me? So for example, one of my goals was to be financially free. Now, the vehicle I chose is to do it through business. So am I exactly where I want to be right now? Well, the answer is no. And how much more time do I want to spend? And ask yourself this question too. This isn't just for me. How much more time do I want to spend making these mistakes now? Or do I want to put my focus to where I want it to be to achieve what I want to in these shorter years that I have left? And you answer that for yourself. That's not up to me to answer for you. But for me, it's certainly, I don't want to be making any more of the mistakes. So how long has it taken you to get to this point? How many more mistakes will you make before you can decide what you want to focus on? And how much will it eat into that time for you? Now, I wanted to share that with you because it really made me stop and think. And I trust that it's done the same for you. I know it's a little bit scary, but let me ask you this. Are you where you want to be right now? Whether that's financially, whether that is in business, whether it's in your relationship, whatever way that is. And if one of those things for you, as it was for me, is that I'm not as financially exactly where I wanted to be, well, I need to do something about it. One of the things I've chosen to do is look at my values. How have I got my values set up? We all have them. We all have our values set in a certain way. So some people, um, they highly value relationships, for example, connection. That's going to be high on their values list, but quite often they'll do things to achieve that connection rather than something that they could, would, or should do for themselves, because the connection is even more important. One of the things I found out was that in my values, I didn't have my finances in the top end of my values. So therefore, of course, I wasn't achieving it, of course. So I would love to invite you to, we have money codes. It's a 6 series webinar that is on. It's on tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, which is the 10th of May today. It's Tuesday morning. I'll put the link in the comments. You want to come and join us? Come join us. It's friggin' amazing. And it's being delivered by a multimillionaire that's already done it. So I'm kind of going, well, do I need to shift my money code and make it one of my higher values? Now, you may want to shift a different code. That's okay, because the process is the process. So the same structure, the same understanding, the same psychology that is in these codes will actually go whatever you want to insert. So as I say, I've chose business to be my vehicle for wealth. Other people choose maybe trading to be their vehicle for wealth. Other people choose something completely different, and that's all okay. And it's not about money for money's sake. It's not just about somebody giving you thousands of dollars and having all the notes in your hands or whatever. It's about what that can give you. So the money itself will never make you happy. But if you have the finances that you want to be able to do what you want to do, to be able to give maybe generously, you want to give more of it away, or you want to work for a charity, you want to give some for your family, whatever it is, it's more about what the money, which is just our means of exchange. It used to be years ago that you'd swap a cow for a goat or something like that. But when you can have money as a means of exchange and recognize that that's all it is, then you can insert whatever it is that you want to change your code of. And I highly encourage you to come have a look at those. If you come in this week or next week, that's absolutely cool. We'll send you the recordings too. So if that time exercise has had any impact on you at all, and you know that something needs to change, then I'll make sure I put the link underneath. Come join us and have a look at how you can change your values structure so that you can have what you want in your life. It was a game changer for me. Hence, I wanted to share it with you too. So for now, it's bye from me.